unfolded. The search of the rental uncovered that federal officials described as a major F stash. Investigators report seizing 21 whoop 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 whoop, a quantity the Justice Department says is enough to cause mass casualties if distributed on the street. They also recovered an estimated $380,000 in suspected proceeds. About $300,000 was found in a rubber band stacked in the kitchen in the bedroom. In the kitchen and bedroom, while another $80,000 was discovered inside a designer bag that investigators believe belonged to Bice. A Glock 19 pistol, a money counter, a food sealer, which is the vacuum seal, and another packaging material were also recovered. You feel me? Okay. Items that agents say are consistent with a wholesale operation, shawty. Okay. That's a wholesale. You bought 21. Listen, he bought 20. I threw you one. Look, man, in addition to the cash found in the house and the bag, agents say Bice had an additional $4,000 in his pocket and was carrying a designer bag when he attempted to flee. Other outlets have reported that at least one of the boom boom were wrapped in packaging stamped with the luxury faction logo, a method law enforcement officials say is common amongst sophisticated trafficking networks that bring or disguise their product. Bice and Diaz have both been charged by a federal criminal complaint with conspiracy to possess with intent to distribute, you know the F word. This crisis carries a mandatory minimum sentence of 10 years in prison and a maximum of life if they are convicted. The pair appeared in the federal courtroom on November the 19th, where prosecutors began laying out the case that was not a small, where prosecutors began laying out the case that this was not a small-scale street operation, but a high-level wholesale transaction. They caught this man doing a wholesale transaction, shouted. This is crazy. Federal officials are describing the case as a major win in the fight against the F trafficking. In a public statement, United States Attorney Theodore S. Heisenberg said the seizure shows the life-saving impact of the Homeland Security Task Force and called the operation a strong message to F traffickers and that they can run but cannot hide. FBI Atlanta Special Agents in charge, Paul Brown, echoed that language, calling the seizure of the 21 boom boom a boom, you know what I'm saying, and more than $380,000 in that proceeds a direct hit on organizations they say are poisoning communities across Georgia and beyond. DEA Atlanta leadership also pointed to the raid as an example of how multi-agency collaborations can remove lethal narcotics from circulation before they ever reach local streets. A separate detention filing referred in media reports shows that the federal prosecutors are asking the court to keep Bice locked up with no bond while the case moves forward. They argue that the weight of evidence, the potential life sentence, and Bice's lifestyle all points to a serious risk that he could flee if released. According to those reports, Bice claimed to earn about $2,166 a month as a studio manager, but was living in a $4 million home and driving a fleet of luxury cars, including foreign models, which prosecutors say raise questions about trustworthy source of his income. In the music world, FBG Casino has long been a part of Future's free band circle with songs like Cashed Out and a steady presence in the Atlanta rap conversations. Okay, rap conversations. Outlets covering the case note that this is not his first encounter with law enforcement, but it's the first time that he will be facing federal charges tied directly to he's facing charges tied directly to an alleged F pipeline. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. This is deeper than him, and they keep saying this. If y'all listen to what I'm saying, the new case has sparked debate online about the intersection of rap, real street activity, and the ongoing crisis that has hit black and brown communities hard over the past decade. For now, both Bice and Diaz remain in federal custody as part of a larger Homeland Security Task Force investigation into what officials say could be a wider supply network, possibly with car links. Prosecutors stress that the criminal complaints are only accusations at this stage, and both men are presumed innocent until proven guilty in court. Man, that's a lot to digest.